Okay, so I did a screencast-o-matic on reparable harm. So, what is a long-term English learner? A long-term English learner is a student who has been enrolled in United States public schools for a minimum of 6 or more years and is still not efficient in English. Some statistics that I found in reparable harm that were pretty shocking and that I did not know was that in the state of California, 59% of secondary school English learners are long-term English learners. Also, that 12% of those long-term English learners spent their entire schooling in mainstream classes with no additional support, so they had no access to EL programs or anything. So, fulfilling the unkept promise of educational opportunity for these long-term English learners. So, Reparable Harm found what works for these learners and broke it down into 9 key focal points. So, number 1 was urgency, acceleration, and focus. This just means that teachers need to efficiently, directly, and indirectly focus on the needs of these students to help get them proficient quicker. Instead of taking the entire schooling, their entire education in public schools, get it done in 3 or 4 years. So that way they're more proficient faster. Number 2, address their distinct needs. Because they are not proficient in English, they do have other needs rather than just mainstream students. So it's definitely important to address these needs constantly throughout teaching. Number 3, language development is more than just literacy development. So it's also important for teachers to help with them, their reading, their writing, their comprehending, their speaking, just to help boost their efficient levels. Number 4, address both language development and academic gaps across the curriculum. So it's important to set goals for these learners so that way they have less academic gaps. So by improving their language development, it gives them more opportunity to take other classes that they might not have been able to take before when they weren't as efficient in English. Number 5, remember the crucial role of their primary language development. So it is also very important that these students still remember their primary language, because the more they understand that language, the better they'll help, better it will transfer learning into their second language. So unkept promises continued. Number 6, they need rigor. So they need rigorous content. They need challenging. The more challenging, the more involved they will be. So it's important to definitely challenge them and not just give them easy stuff that they can just get passed along to. Number 7, they need invitation, support, and insistence. So this just means that they need to feel actively participating in their own education, not just teachers just throwing work at them. They need the support. They need a system at school and at home, which brings us to number 8, relationships matter. So it's important to build solid foundations with these students, as well as help them build relationships with their friends, better relationships with their family, anybody that wants to help them. And finally, number 9, maximum integration with other students without sacrificing their access. So this is also very important because a lot of methods for teaching are learned by doing. And so by integrating these long-term English learners with students who are proficient in English, helps them be more exposed to the things that the other students are learning and helps them learn better, honestly. And that concludes my presentation.